Cool. Hey guys, we are speaking with Scott today, who has an awesome program called the Scale Program. He's going to tell us a little bit about what he does. My name is Holly Smith PT. If you mostly are probably already following me, but if you're not, make sure you go connect and follow with both of us. I'll leave in the description both our links to our pages. And yeah, so Scott, tell me a bit about yourself, what's your program all about, and, give us a bit of a rundown.
Absolutely. Yeah. First, thank you so much for connecting with me, and love all the content and everything you're putting out there. So grateful for, putting me on here and talking about my journey as well. So it's been a long journey, a lot of research, a lot of failures. I've been in the fitness athletic industry for years, played every sport, ping pong, shuffleboard,
Cool.
you name it, hockey and as a class in high school. So I just love fitness, and I was always trying to find ways that I could build muscle, lose weight. I haven't had a six pack probably in 15 years. And so I was doing a ton of research and stumbled upon this program by Dr. John Jackwish. And he kind of put me down this path of learning more about fasting and autophagy and really human growth hormones and how this kicks in. And so we've developed this method probably over the past 6 months as to really been an awesome journey. How can I gain the most muscle and lose the amount of weight by keeping my lifestyle? So his method is you eat one meal a day, you eat only steak, right?
Wow.
And for me, it's just not sustainable. I like to go out. I like to have beers, wine, I love my cake, my chocolate cake. So I was trying to figure out, okay, how can I enjoy my lifestyle, make this sustainable? I pitched it to a couple of my buddies and they're like, get out of here. You're crazy. I'm not eating. You're going to lose muscle mass, right? And so I've started finding all these studies disproving everything that's out there. And the fitness industry has done just such a great job of promoting their own products, right? And whoever's got the money behind it, they're making money. And so I really wanted to find the truth behind it. So that kind of put me on this journey. And so I built this 30-day program that is customizable to each individual. And it's really trying to get the results you want the fastest way while not having to give up some of the foods and, niceties that we all enjoy.
That's it. And that's exactly right. It's all going to be sustainable. If it's not sustainable, no one is going to stick to it. Therefore, you're not going to get the results you're looking for, correct? So I think it's so important that your food, your meal plan, your exercise, everything you're doing is all based around your lifestyle, which is what exactly we do at BizFit. So, and all busy people, like, you want to enjoy a glass of wine on the weekend. You want to enjoy life. And it's really hard to enjoy life if you feel constricted of so many, small amounts of food that you're eating on a plate, or, in a calorie deficit, or having to do long hours of cardio. Like, a lot of people will come to me like, oh, I know I've got to cut out all the carbs to lose weight. I know I've got to run every day to lose weight. And it's just like all these things people have told people or just come up with because it's worked in the past. I'm like, where are you getting this information from? So I think there's so much information out there. You can believe what you want, but until you find what really works for yourself, it's kind of like, trial and error. So sustainability is key. Tell me a little bit more about fasting. So tell me about your journey with fasting. How long do you currently fast for, and the benefits? Like, the amount of people that I get asking me about fasting is ridiculous. And I guess my perception of it is a little bit different to others, or, everyone's got their own ideas, but what's yours? Give me a rundown.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think there is a ton of negative feedback and energy just around fasting in general.
Yeah.
I saw something about Simone. I think the girl used to be on the Cosby Show, and she's on the new 48-hour fast, has lost 30 pounds. I don't even think she works out. And the amount of negative comments that she got was just, it was sad to see, because this is actually a huge benefit, right? You can gain muscle. I think that was the biggest thing during the fasting, was the HGH and the autophagy, and the speed of which you can really increase your muscle mass and lose weight. So for me, I jumped right in. Let's go. I'm ready. So I took a 72-hour fast and was like, how am I going to start? I'm just going to go for a cleanse. So that was definitely not the right way to do it. My buddy did the same thing. He did like a 5 day. He's
Oh,
even more
wow.
crazy.
That's
And
crazy.
it's not only a health journey, but then it turns into a mental journey because
It
I mean, I'm
does.
looking online, I'm looking up the Honest Bison, Jacksonville meats, what food am I going to eat as soon as I break this fast? And
Yeah.
there's a great quote. I forget who said it, but it was anybody can fast at the end of the day, but it really takes a master to break your fast. And I
Yeah.
learned that the hard way. So
Mm.
I dove into the 72-hour fast, and then I started eating a bunch of carbs, and it just wrecked my week. I was sick, and I couldn't work out. It was a real interesting journey. So then I tried to figure
Okay.
out what did it take. How do I break my fast? And I started doing a lot more research, and that's how I kind of came on this method. Was okay, 72. I never want to do that again, right? But
Yeah,
what can
crazy.
I sustain? So I realized the key is, and a lot of people that I talk to about this intermittent fasting, they're doing it for 12 hours, 14 hours, maybe 16 hours. But what
Yeah.
they don't understand is that that key is at that 18-hour mark. So there's
Mm.
really about 6 stages. And once you hit that 24, maybe 36 to 48 is your prime. So now, at least once a week, I'm doing a 48-hour fast, making sure that I keep and take out healthy aminos to make
Yeah.
sure that I can keep my protein synthesis. And then rest of the week, I'm eating one meal and maybe 2 meals, depending how I'm breaking my fast. So I'm very cognizant as to stay hydrated and breaking my fast with a kiwi, a cucumber, right? Apple cider vinegar. So I know that I
Yeah.
can slowly start my metabolism and not just jumpstart it by eating
Yeah.
pizza,
And
right? Or
carbs.
something like
Yeah.
that, and carbs, or I had a beer once I broke my fast. That was not a good choice.
Yeah.
So I've kind of just been a guinea pig and taken this journey. So now I can go have a great time on the weekends. I might gain 8, 9 pounds, but come Monday, I'm right back to where I am, 6 pack, good to go. I'm still ready as solid for my workout. So
That's awesome.
that's where I think I'm going through my journey and
Yeah.
trying to figure out what fasts work for me. And that's what I like seeing about all my clients too, is
Yeah.
that some of them don't want to do a 48-hour fast. So just
Yeah.
stick to the 18, but recognize it'll take more time.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, because like I go through phases when I'm like fasting, and I generally love a good 16-hour fast, but I know the benefits are the 18, right? Or afterwards. So I think the biggest people like automatically associate fasting with losing weight, but there's a lot of other benefits like like reversing your aging
So
or
true.
your blood, your blood cells and your skin cells and all of that. What have you personally found from doing your fasting? Do you fast every day,
I
the
don't
18
know.
hours?
So I think probably, yeah, during the week, 18 hours. Usually Monday is so crazy for me that I'm always fasting all day
Yeah.
Monday, and then I'll break my fast, after work. And I always work out in the fasted state. So I've kind of figured out that there's these
Oh,
four
interesting.
pillars, right? You
Yeah.
always want to work out in the fasted state. Know when you can eat carbs and when you can eat whatever you want. It's really after that workout, because then your body can actually absorb it, and you're in that kind of metabolic state.
Yeah.
So the one guy talks about, have it within a 30-minute window,
Yeah.
and really never stretch before a workout, stretch after the workout. So
Yeah.
there are little things like that that make a huge difference. So for me,
Interesting.
I'll kind of have fun, do whatever I want on the weekends. I love zucchini bread, so that's a
Yeah.
breakfast. But then come Monday, and so the way that you can do a fast, which a lot of people don't understand, is you just have to have under 50 calories. So you can do lime water. I do coffee with the Four Sigmatic and cinnamon, right? And you can still make it throughout the day and have the energy and take an amino along the way. And bone broth really has been a savior
Yeah.
for me.
Bone broth. That's an
So
amazing things.
it's 45 calories for 1 cup. I take that throughout the day, and then I'm good to go. And I can last, 48 hours. And that's when I see the most results, is working out in that fasted state, and then making sure that I do 148 a
Okay.
week.
Awesome. And like what other benefits have you personally found from fasting besides like, the, I guess, sustainability and the weight loss and, keeping your, conditioning and strengthening or whatever? Like what other things have you found from fasting? Like, have you got more energy? Like, do you feel more positive? Like your endorphins? Like, how do your workouts feel? Because I know if I fast, for example, and I do my workout in the mornings, I guess with the amount of like, because I'm still in prep, I guess you could say, for my bikini comp, bodybuilding comp. If it's first thing in the morning, I definitely have to eat an hour after. Otherwise, I just get so fatigued. But then that's a different strategy. So give me a rundown, I guess, what what other benefits besides just, the weight loss and,
So you
looking
nailed a
good.
bunch of them. Number one is energy. I just feel great. Actually, you have a great program. I think it was 16 weeks, or you set them up and you talk about habits,
Yeah.
right? And what I've found through this journey is it actually forces your body to change. I'll walk down an
Yeah.
aisle and I love donuts and I love cake, and now my body doesn't even want it, right? And as much as
Yeah.
I feel like I wanted it, I just know that it's just not going to feel good, and I'd rather just eat some eggs and some protein.
Yeah.
So I think that has been one of the best parts about it, is I don't need any of that and I don't crave it anymore. My body has actually transitioned to go
Yeah.
after the foods that are good for me,
You start
and
craving
not just
what's
about
good
what I
for you.
enjoy.
Yeah, you start craving
Exactly.
nutrients. Like you're like for example, I used to, if I was craving sugar, I would be like, oh my gosh, I want chocolate, I want ice cream, blah blah blah. But now I'm like, I actually really just crave an apple, weirdly enough. And I'm like, this is weird. I never used to eat an apple every day. It's weird, hey.
Likewise. And there's some awesome superfoods out there. I don't know if you heard of
Yeah.
Akasha. I think it's got 92 out of the
Yeah, yeah,
102,
yeah.
109 minerals. So yeah, there's little foods like that that can really help to kind of boost your energy, and kind of has taken me down this path to just get excited. And the best part about it is the community of people, right? That once they start down this path, everybody gets excited about it. Everyone's learning together, kind of telling you about their journey. And so, yeah, it's not only the energy, I think it's the strength, but the last is you look good, you feel good, right? It
Yeah.
just, you put a smile
I
on
agree.
your face. And my buddy went out and he was told me, he was like, I bought 5 more mirrors for my place. So it's just little jokes like that, whatever can put a smile on your face
Yeah,
and
that's
get
exactly
you
right.
excited about the day. And knowing that it's a process, right? Because there are days you don't want to work out or you don't want to do something. And this helps me to just go beyond and keep
Yeah.
trying to see what's up next.
Yeah,
And I
that's
think that's the
exactly
best
right.
part about it all.
I love it. I love all this. Okay, last question. For anyone who has an idea about fasting, they've tried it, they don't really know what they're doing, how would you say people start fasting? And like, should they seek a professional beforehand? Should they kind of seek, because everyone's got different body types. So some body types might not
Absolutely.
actually work on fasting very well. So like, who do you suggest with just, anybody? They're like, I want to give fasting a go. Where would we start?
Yeah, I mean, first and foremost, always see a doctor. I know, I think people with diabetes, I don't think they should do fasting from
Mm,
what the research I've read, but I'm no doctor, so I can't give medical advice.
yeah.
However, I think if you're somewhat healthy and you're looking to lose weight, I think check with your doctor, see if he thinks it's okay, and then start slowly. I think that's
Yeah.
the most important. All of my clients, I say, hey, just start, hit that 18 window, see how you can do it, and then make sure you put in the key ingredients, right? Use bone broth, use lemon water, use lime water, use coffee, tea, whatever it is. So you don't just hit those marks where you're just crushed. Because once you
Yeah.
lose that sugar rush, you're going to get hit hard. That first
Oh,
one
yeah.
is tough.
Yeah.
But once you can start working and burning the fat instead of the sugar, you're good to go.
Amazing. Oh, thank you so much for taking the time out to have a chat. If you want to connect with Scott Whitty, it's Whitty, hey.
Yes.
Yeah, awesome. I'll
Exactly.
leave a link to his profile. Make sure you connect with him. He's super awesome. And yeah, feel free to message him, reach out if you're interested in more fasting tips and advice. He obviously knows what he's doing. And yeah, well, thanks so much, Scott. We'll talk to you soon.
Awesome. Thanks, everybody. Have a great
Thanks.
night
Bye.
and day.